Hey Sagittarius, how you guys doing? This is Cosmic Boogeyman. Gonna come at you guys with a timeline read. So what it is, it's a 21 card base reading. I have four cornerstones. I use what's called a center line and a conduit. And as I go through the reading with you, I will explain each and every card. I'll give you guys a little bit of a breakdown to how I see the cards, how they interpret. Um, and if I'm using an intuitive read around whatever that I'm seeing, that will make more sense. And I usually, as I get more into the read, here's Sag, I will, I'll get more feelsy, get the feels going. All right, so this could be you. This could be something to do with a vehicle, car, automobile, even. But ground zero is like maybe moving or not moving, or maybe something's not happening. But July is or the number seven's important. Past life situations, maybe messages or messages being sent out about this situation. Who knows? We have a lot more to pull for here. So let's keep going because this is a possibility. But it's like a top, one thing one thing tumbles over to the next. I don't know. I feel like it's like this is like a juggling act. Generally happiness, but I feel like there's something going on that's like again, you know, again. But you'll practice forgiveness even to yourself. Having resentment. It's everything's about spiritual growth and healing. That's all this is. You don't have control. If you look at this edge, you guys don't have control. If things can go out of control. It's just teaching you, a little bit about compassion and joy. All right, let's pull here. Yeah, this is the divine coming in. So the divine's coming in, sending you messages, letting you know that this is more than just a message from yourself getting you more pissed about something, but it's probably giving you a heads up saying, like, what do you think this is? It's about balance. What do you think this is? It's about self-control, moderation, patience. Just, relax. Why do you need this to work so bad? Whatever this is. Like I said, maybe this is something simple like a little car engine problem, or this could be something big like a life lesson. Like, I broke up with this person again. And it's like, really? Again? Like, why? Why even back together with them? So let's keep going here. But this is a brand new start, or this is a kicking off of a brand new start, or being held back, because the Fool card is our first card in all of the tarot deck. But this is fresh hope, new chances, new past, adventure, but beginnings. I think because you have this reservation, maybe that's holding you back, because maybe you hold on to the endings a little too long. Are you one of those people? Is that what goes on here, Sag? Are you that kind of person that you just can't? You're adventurous. You're like, hey, I'll do this. I'll go on an adventure, and you're philosophical. You'll look deep. You'll talk to the divine, and it looks like you're very honest. But I'm wondering if maybe that like restlessness, or that like maybe that impulsiveness gets to you. Maybe you go a little bit too far sometimes, and maybe there's an Empress in play here. An Empress could be a fire sign. It depends. When I look at the Empress, when I look at like these guys, and I don't try to get too hung up on that. But for you know, the reality of it is because the Empress, as I look and I research cards and I look at like what they want us to, or the universe would say, hey, what do we want to call this? Um, Sag, it to me, I always look at it in a more of an interpretive sense. Like, how does this represent for me? Um, when I'm looking at a card, when I'm feeling a card, when I'm feeling what comes up around the card, because we're just getting into your initial reading here. And that's kind of what it is. And I actually feel like when I'm looking at this and I'm looking at like this ending, maybe there was an ending with an Empress, and this is like a Queen of Queens, and they would really change your trajectory. Um, but it's all dependent on who this person is or how they would reflect over you. So maybe they came in like a Taurus, and it's really hard to say they are a Taurus, but maybe they have Libra in their chart. Maybe they're fair and balanced, and that's maybe what it is. Maybe they'll accept. Maybe they will accept you back. But with the Venus, that's the part I get. What I always feel like with Empress, I'm like they have that Venus energy. Like, wow, you are attractive, huh? Whoa. And that's might not always be the case. So I don't want to just put a lot of energy into just calling them a Taurus or a Libra. It's really hard to call it anything. But just saying they're a fire sign even is tough. But they could be love, money, pleasure, aesthetics. There could be a lot of different things. Let's keep going here. But I typically associate that with spring. So strength is coming in here. We have the number 8, which is infinity, and you see the infinity usually coincides with whatever this is. This Empress has like been around the block as a soul. They know what's going on, Sag. So if I'm talking about this Empress, they're probably like, I wouldn't call them toxic, but you would say, why don't you just please break up with me? Because I'm so attracted to you, I can't let this end. Yeah, you're going to have this successful ending with this person, Sag, but I think what happens is the universe is testing you. How far can I push you? The universe is doing this. How far can I push you with this past life to see where you can go to make you feel okay, now you enjoy really being with them? Because it gets like that superficialness, when you're walking back and forth. I break up with you. I'm not talking to you ever again. I hate you, but I'm really working on a new beginning with you again, a better new beginning. There's passion there. There's passion here, Sag. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of passion between you and this other person. I don't know if you're meaning this, but it's an urge to create with them. But look at this is our conduit. I was talking about this. This is the universe saying, "Hey, what if I offered you $1 million if you just were passionate with this person?" Doesn't that sound amazing? But somewhere along the line, it was like almost like an ending or something happened with this Empress, which is an amazing soul. And this all happened probably online, or it had to do with a lot of spiritualness around it. That's a strong possibility. But from your 3D perspective, from your here and now, Sag, it's like you're always looking for bigger and better. You're always looking to move on, or maybe they're looking to move on, or there's a sense of someone's moving on. It's not good or bad, but it's like, is this the best situation because of this ending? There was a major ending that had happened, or even Hangman. So what I'm seeing with that for the Hangman in general for us, like if we look at the Hangman, we just kind of give it. If I don't want to give it too much power because it's in reverse here, and it doesn't really have too much energy, but it's really about self-sacrifice or the perspective. And I think what's happened here is for this, the perspective would have changed in the hey, I now I know how you did feel. You see, with the maybe about even about a possible communication problem or miscommunication. This would actually for me now this would come up as a Pisces card. I've had this come up with my deck and readings and stuff where that is the Pisces card, especially with this deck with my double tarot deck. That would read as the Pisces. Maybe there's like an always a moving on, but you grow from that. So let's see here with the two, which is the Two of Wands, is the explorer typically, but that backs up that new project, the inspiration, the urge to create. That's backing up that same, it's just waiting for the choice. Are we going to do this? We're not going to do this. So we're getting into that mode, and what's blocking us? Maybe there's a King of Cups. So there's a King of Cups, a really deep, deep lover. um, but really, it's this person used to be like a Prince Charming. They even like when in their younger days, they they're kind of like the person who's into the family, but they're a supportive leader. They're tolerant. They're empathetic. They understand, but they're passionate. So I think there's love here, and this love is like just it's a torturous. It's like pulling off that band-aid very slow. If you go slow enough, it's like, does this really hurt? It's just weird. Um, what is going on with this king though? Because that be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. The Page of Swords. That's an explorer from Sag, from your perspective, from your emotional perspective, even. Um, what I'm picking up on, at the very least, huh? Yeah, because from it's this is kind of like saying someone's going through surgery. There's going to be a conflict or something, but this love is going to help kind of oversee this. But there's a conflict or something. There's an urge to get. Oh yeah. So I think this started out maybe there was like a little bit of a breadcrumbing situation that led to an offer. Like it was like, oh yeah, I'll toy with this idea, and it was like, whoa, this is real, Sag. Yeah, see? The Ace of Pentacles is that's a new job, raise income. That's a new opportunity. That's what that shows up as. And or it's going to be, and these are coming in. Don't look at this as reverse. Look at these hands offering to this person. So there's definitely love, and then this led to all of a sudden from like a little bit of a breadcrumbing situation. It was like, let's talk, and blah 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 blah, and it just exploded to a divine communication, Sagittarius. So I think, like I said, from this early on, from this early on communication, this early on like where we're talking about this chariot, where it was, it matters, it does matter, but I feel like that chariot wasn't it's a vehicle issue. Um, and I feel like you're looked at the universe in like just vehicle, but it's the universe says, don't you remember how you had like this little breadcrumbing, and then you maybe fell in love at one time, and now there's commitment long term. You had life lessons, you had indecision. I think you have to look at it's all about perspective. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So what I'm getting here, especially now that we're getting into this and we're getting more intuitive, is we have this indecision, but it's perspective that's taught you. You're very grateful for something. There's a gratefulness for having or meeting somebody, and it's blossomed into something where you almost want to race on or forward with it. Yeah, look at see the Empress has met the King of Cups. That's a really good meaning, and there's passion here, and they're working on something. There's some miscommunications. One doesn't say enough, and one talks too much. That's what it looks like. And it feels like one person's left out in the cold. Maybe even the Empress, ironically, is left out in the cold. Why would the ironic? That's so weird. It's Sag. It's to me, it's like someone here, someone with someone's very pretty, but and they're just because they're dealing with someone that's so aloof, they're being just left out in the cold. But it's and it drives this other person crazy because they're so used to being the pursued, and they're like, why are you not pursuing me like everybody else? Am I not good enough? But there's a spiritualness here too, so they feel very lucky. They're lucky and in love. See, it's so cool. Yeah, so I'm saying that it's a very good. If you just met somebody, Sag, or somebody just came into your life and is just like really disconnected, but everything's still okay, and you're realizing, you can actually divinely connect. See the breadcrumbing. I think it's you're learning that the universe has taught you. You can look at things in a small, trivial way, like, oh, my headlight's out again, or you can look at it more like, hey, I happen to meet somebody that I'm actually really in love with, and it feels like you're almost fooling yourself, if that makes sense. You're tricking yourself. But stop and stop and have a moment of conversation with just yourself or just this other person. There's an offer here, and there's a beautiful offer. Your value is there. You're almost if you don't take recognition of it, people are going to walk away. You'll have to manifest everything back open. You can't just do that. You can't just do that. The divine has done that. You can't just do this. The divine has played its part in your creation. So even if you act like you're walking away, this person is going to come at you, and they're going to basically drop. They'll stop being an empress, but they'll be more of like, or an emperor. They'll be more like a king or a queen of swords, which to me is an air sign. So all that just means is they're going to come at you honest and say, "Hey, can I talk to you about this? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you not digging me? Like, I'm digging you. That's all." And they're going to say, look, there's a manifestation going on. Look, they're going to pull out their sword and just say, I need an honest conversation. It's about a life lesson. I realize that something's going on, and they just want happiness with you. So this person that's coming in, probably by February, but I'm going to probably say it's going to be earlier because I have this. So, and we only have a few more days left here, like honestly. But I'm going to tell you, there's something going on because it's all about this hanged man and miscommunication. Once that flips, once we get into like August, which I talked about earlier here, that number with the 8 is about infinity. This goes to past life. There's a divine partnership here, Sag. I love this. Use your intuition, and then you find your divine partner. You just have to flip to be in alignment. You have to be in alignment with them. That's all. You're just not there yet. All right, Sag. I really, really love this read. I do. I really love it. So let's do this. Let me pull a couple cards from my new tarot deck. I did this the other day. It seemed like it worked out really well. So I'm going to pull 3 cards just for your past, present, future really quick. Let's see here. Past. Maybe it had some burdens. What is this? I think this is a 9. No, this is a 10. My bad. Okay. Hold on. So my 10. 10 of wands. Oh, just too many burdens. But there's heartache here. Yeah, see? All right, so this heartache, too many burdens. Maybe there's a lot. This dating this person's a lot of work. We have the 7, the chariot, which was our whole beginning, which is the now, which aligns up, and it's in reverse as well. How about that? And I'm going to pull mid deck for your outcome. So this is what I think is happening. I think this person's going to come at you more straight. Why are we getting 2 cards here? I guess we'll take both. Yep. Out in the cold, and then the 3 of swords in reverse. 3 of swords in reverse is like, hey, I'm not in heartbreak. Uh, in upright, this would be like divorce or loss or depression or surgery. But we have surgery over here too, like with this kind of stuff. Um, we felt surgery on the emotional perspective. I think that's kind of one of those things that's happening here too. It's not exactly surgery. It's almost like there's heartbreak or surgery or something going on here, Sag. We have to be careful with that. But they goes hand in hand with someone being left out in the cold. So you got to be really, really cautious going forward because we have the burdens. And I feel like some of this responsibility is on you. That's all. Once you get through this odd spell, I think you're going to be in a very, very good spot. Okay. Um, Let me see what I can do for you. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. Go. Hey, turn notifications on because I've been going live, and that's another thing we've been noticing. Is a bunch of my followers they're like, "Hey, when do you go live?" And I tell them I go live 7 p.m., but I've been going live at other times. So if you happen to catch me, like I might go live, maybe on Saturday at like 11 a.m. Eastern. So I just might be going live at different times. If you're interested in catching a live read with me, just turn on notifications and you'll catch that too. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in comments. Thumbs up. Share the channel. Trying to grow it organically. Let me know if you have any comments. Check out the TikTok. Some of that stuff's really interesting too. All right. I will talk to you really soon, Sag. You guys be safe. Bye.